come off my own end today with the queue, so now I get to play both. All right, so red, black, aristocrats, still trying different things. People always like try and ask like, what do I think is 100% optimal? The actual answer is I don't know. We're just trying to figure things out. I've got a couple copies of Heartfire back in, and I've also added a couple of copies of Shock into the main deck. This is a card I went on of and off of last season, back and forth. One of the reasons why I've added these instants and sorceries in to the main deck is because Chandra Acolyte of Flames -2 can flash these cards back. So like, especially when you're in the mid to late game, like Heartfire flashback my Heartfire is like an incredible amount of reach. So I think trying a couple of those seems reasonable. I've got 2 copies of Cavalier of the Night in the sideboard, which may or may not be good. I only have 14 black sources in my mana base, but I have Priest of the Forgotten Gods, which activates to make double black. So like maybe Cavalier of Night is castable. I wouldn't be surprised if we like board this in a couple of times, then end up deciding it's not good though. So at any rate, let's dive on into some matches and see how it goes. Heartfire does hit the face. It's just a straight up deal 4. It's very strong. The Great Aurora, thank you for the 17 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I had a game last night where my opponent was on like 12, and I Heartfire sacrificing a 5-power Dreadhorde Arcanist with a Mayhem Devil in play, and they might have died. It was great. Heartfire is also good with Chandra making elementals, which is nice, because like occasionally you'd run out of creatures last season, so like having another sustained source of creatures makes it good too. Submission form is always the answer. I actually didn't see that message, but submission form is always the answer. This is where the magic happens. Do. I'd like a black source, just a black source. Please, a black source. Do. All right. Diagonal Monkey into Black Source Butcher, into Priest. Yeah, I'm just trying different things, E-Big. I don't know if that's good, bad, or otherwise. Hey, the good news is we look like mono red if we never cast another spell and die. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the decks we've played today I don't think have been very good Magic decks, but I do think we've also, like, run solidly below average with decks that also aren't very good. Can I win? Like, do I play this black land? Does their sideboarding change knowing I have? Probably not. I feel like they're probably boarding the same against red-black aggro and mono-red aggro, so might as well try. Like, the question I gotta ask myself there is, like, do I gain percentage points in the post-board game by concealing information? And I don't think I do, so I might as well, like, try and get fortunate and win this game. I mean, that's just Magic Blur. Come on now. You know better. Draw more Bontus is excellent advice. This deck actually has a number of reasonable flood insurance plans. Although I cut the Rix Maddies from this build, which is one of your pseudo flood insurance plans. But Bontu is a heck of a flood insurance. Yep. Frame rate lag. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bontu plus Devil are a heck of a pair. You're not wrong. Yep. Do I have it set at 60 FPS? I have it on whatever the default settings are. And over the default max graphics resolution are should be more than fine on my gaming computer. A Unity application that's well written should not struggle on my 60 FPS or my 1080 GTX graphics card. OBS has nothing to do. The frame rate lag is inside of Arena. Arena itself is lagging. My stream software is not lagging. So I don't think you understand what I'm talking about, K-Dog. So the frame rate lag that you're seeing on your stream end, that's happening inside my application window. It's not happening in my streaming software. The M20 update introduced a huge performance decrease to this application. Bant Bow. We haven't played Bant Bow, but we played a green-white bow deck. I think with the tools that we gained in M20, you just don't need a third color anymore. I think Light Up the Stage is pretty bad in a deck like this. Light Up the Stage also doesn't help your issue with flooding. Light up the Stage is bad in decks that have 3, 4, and 5 mana spells in them, because you're far less likely to draw 2 cards that you can play with it. Like, you cast Light Up the Stage on turn 2 or 3 and hit 2 3-drops, you're gonna be really sad. Yeah, we were very dead. Tibalt sounds great. Actually, so this is... I like cutting Mayhem Devil in matches like this. So basically, the question you want to ask yourself based on which of your 3-drops you cut, if your opponent's playing Cry, you cut Judith because she dies to Cry. If your opponent's playing Clarion, you cut Mayhem Devil because they're both dying to Clarion, but she at least gives your creatures dice triggers to go alongside it, which is nice. I like leaving the Shocks in because Shock cleans up a lot of their planeswalkers after they downtick, such as Sarkin. Shock also races a little bit, which is nice. I like leaving Priests in because not only does it deal with the 4/4 dragons, but my opponent's likely boarding in Lyra post-board too, which is great. Great for cleaning that up as well. Yeah, green-white bow is another good one. Hey, congrats, Flight Forward. Good to have you here. Mellow! Thank you for the 2/3 of a year of support. Well, we've had 10 cards between our first 2 hands. It's always good. Womp, womp, womp. I'm just trying different things. I wanted to work Shock into the main deck and Heartfire, and like Rick's Maddie was definitely one of the weakest links in the main deck. Like a lot of the cards in this deck are like what I would consider engine cards. They're like uncuttable core cards, and like Rick's Maddie's like one of the few things that you can like play with. Getting some instants and sorceries into the deck so that way we can flashback with Chandra seems appealing. So I want to make sure I try that. There should be a little gear in the lower right-hand corner of your video player. You can report an issue there. And please do. Make sure you mention what platform you were on where the ad happened to help them chase that down. If we'd have hit the land there and played the Judith, we'd have had like a pretty reasonable start. Well, if the Clarion is here, I guess we're happy to have missed. It sucks to have drawn a second Judith though. All right, well, you know. And again, like matches like this are why if you're actually testing a deck, your actual wins and results don't really matter. Like if I'm thinking about testing something, I wouldn't even consider this set of games in the ones that we played, right? Like we had 2 games in a row where like I mulliganed to 5 and then I missed land drops, and it's just like, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes. You only had 23 lands. That doesn't seem like you. I mean, this deck's the curve of this deck basically stops at 3, Bob. Right, we're at 23 lands with 3 cards that cost more than 3. If you look at a lot of other people that have played similar Aristocrat and red-black aggro decks, they usually play 22, so 23 is one higher than what a lot of people play. Hey, they might be flooding out here. If they flood out, we could have a real shot here. Oh, the third Bontu's on the bottom of my deck, right? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Chandra, you need more control. Hey, these little guys are great.
I agree, Chandra. These little guys are great. Chandra lets this draw 2 extra cards too, which is wonderful. I mean, they're flooding here. We have a real shot. If they keep bricking, our hand can kill them. Tilt. Tilt. They topped a spell. Oh no. Oh no, not spells. Awesome-o, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Which emote do I think is the least used? I mean, I don't have to think about that. I could like go into my stats and like look at When you calculate your land, what percentage success do you aim for? It depends on a number of factors. I mean, to be fair, Jin, we ran awful in Underlords this morning too. I won 1 out of 3 or got second in 1 out of 4 games or 5 games that we played, and the rest of my finished bottom 4. So like that's a game with variance by design as well. It's fine. We're just saving up our good beats here. You saw the good run? Yep. We're saving up our cumulative variance. I got tournaments the next 2 days. Need to hit my run good. Yeah, I've been liking Underlords a lot. Underlords is the best new style of game I've played in a long time. Moving forward, if you're someone who enjoys Underlords content, you didn't see my new schedule. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning, instead of doing Magic Online into Arena, I'm going to be doing Underlords into Arena for the next few weeks to see how that goes. If that has an okay number of viewers and looks to be somewhat popular, it'll be a staple moving forward. Sure. Perfect. Yeah, I need to plug my schedule changes more when they happen. You think we can talk our opponent into playing poker? We just started with Aristocrats. We are 10 minutes in. Is this the same person? Did anybody catch the last person's name? Man, the amount of requeuing that has happened this week makes this feel like some kind of crappy Kickstarter game with no player base. Like it's really embarrassing. Same person, thanks for checking.
Heed my instruction and prepare for war. Join my cause.
Well, I mean, this technically lets me activate the priest, right? Do I want to though? I think I'm just passing. Because if I hit a land for this next turn, like activating priest while I have this is much better. Well, shoot. Yeah, but then I don't get triggers for that. So again, people that are saying it's just because you're mythic, I have been mythic every season except last season, and this is the first season I have had this many repairs. And again, I get that my evidence is anecdotal, but we've had, what, 6 or 7 seasons now, and this is the first season where I have constantly been getting double paired into the same person twice in a row every single day. And again, I understand that that's anecdotal. But it still is a bad feeling. It makes it feel like the game doesn't have a player base.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
I mean, the amount of data points you need to make it not anecdotal is, like, pretty large. I mean, like, I don't mind replaying them here. Like, we're just, like, 3 for 3 games in a row against this person, which is, like, not playing a third land. At least we kept 7 cards that game, I guess. Today's been an absolute crap show. Just every game and deck we've played has been miserable. Gosh, I don't even know what to do with my hands, chat. A 3-lander? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. I mean, like, it's really not a big deal, right? Like, Magic's a variance game. You gotta take the wins with the losses. Marty Punker. Thankfully, the regulars are drowning my losses in some gifts because they rock. And it wasn't a moto day, so, like, we didn't have to lose a bunch of money to lose a bunch of matches, so that's always great. Alright, well, they have removal spells for my next 2 idiots, but, at least they don't have a sustained source of card advantage yet, so maybe we can draw one of those. Marty up to a nice even 900 sub gifts there. $285, Bob. All right. There should be a Santa badge on my channel. Oh, you can't actually have custom badges for sub gifts, unfortunately. Listen, this little guy is doing the best he can with the hand he's been dealt in this cold hard world, okay? He's trying his best. Hey, Top Toe, thanks for the gifties. Happy Tuesday.
No more games.
We're gonna slog through till we do something good. We've got this. We're gonna play 3 more decks after this. So we're gonna run a little bit late today. We had a bunch of cut the lines. $900 total. So he doesn't have 900 active, just over the course of the channel. He's done 900 here. Lifetime. Bob rounded his out to a nice even 300. All right, we're trading 2 for 1 for this mobilized district. Let's do it. I mean, that's just like peak Magic the Gathering, right? No land 3 games in a row, flood in the 4th one.
That's more like it.
Dr. Jack, you've got 999 timeouts. You're good to go. So, I'm not conceding this game yet, even though we're behind, until they hit a sustained source of card advantage. So until my opponent drops a Search Trazcanta or a 5-mana Teferi, like, we could draw a Bontu and reasonably get back into this game. So again, while like positions like this feel bad until your opponent has either a quick clock or a way to draw a lot of cards, you're still technically in it. Yeah, Trader Gator would pick us up like 4 cards here, realistically. Now that Tarkin's out, we're dead, though. We're getting attacked for 12 twice. If you don't have 99 plus timeouts before becoming a mod, are you even a real mod? Asking the real questions. There is not currently a Gate Shift deck in the queue, and I don't think I would take that one again. That deck felt really bad last time we played it. Maybe if someone told me they retooled and tested a bunch against aggro and it was fine, but the builds I've seen are all just rancid against aggro. Well, did I miss some biddies in there? I feel like I missed some biddies in there. Jerry, thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. I missed your message. Where was the message with the bits? Think they're sending you a message for the criticism? Listen, they can't even get their application to run well on my high-end computer. I doubt that they have the capability of, like, manually screwing with my draws. Look at that. We've got 2 lands. We won a die roll. We've got a good curve. I think things are looking up, chat. I think this is it. This is our match. We're gonna turn things around right here. We're gonna take this car and turn it right around. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna feel really silly if this is an opt, but I'm gonna play 2 1-drops here because I feel like this is a disfigure. I actually think this deck's pretty good against Nexus of Fate Dimir Spy. It's got a good goldfish. It might be an opt, but if this is an opt and then they cry me on 3, I'm pretty sad here. Oh, I'm so smart and thin, chat. Just the smartest in the... This is it. This is the match. Things are turning around. We're gonna pull ourselves up by our black-red bootstraps here. And run them down. This is it. This is the chosen one. It's the chosen one. We didn't hit a land drop, but we've got a 2-mana spell. Get him. Get him. Oh, no. This figure is so good against Dreadhorde Butcher. Deal you -1. Dunk, dunk. Yikes! Nobody ever cared who I was until I put on the mask, chat. They didn't care. Nico bonus. You didn't make me sacrifice a creature. I made me sacrifice a creature. Neener, neener. Deal. Deal. As you will, friendo. 6 points of reach, 2 threats. Let's do it. I actually think Disfigure is great in this format. Being able to kill Land War Elves turn 1 on the draw is really good. In fact, I think I have a couple of main deck Disfigures. God, this one's so good. Lands! Lands! Ay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, so I'm gonna play this and plus her to 5. And then they took my Heartfire, so I don't get to kill their thing. Well, we tried.
What the heck?
Yeah, but like, those percentages, Bob, include keeping no landers and 1 landers, which we're not doing. So like, in reality, we're probably closer to like 15 to 10% to not hit our land, which means we're pretty likely to hit it. And like, we don't need to hit our land on 3, we just need to hit our land on like, I don't know, let's make up a number, by like 4 or 5 most games. Like, our curve is really low.
Next time, you're toast.
You know, I never watched Stranger Things 2. I don't have that much TV time these days. That's a bold one. Yep. I'm honestly surprised they did that there, because like, drawing a land is fine with Nicol Bolas, right? Tapping off all their black sources here is good for us. That could potentially cost them. If we draw a creature next turn and they don't kill our board, they're dead. So like, any creature is lethal here? No, that's not quite true. And we'll only do 4. Yeah, Heartfire's lethal. I get it, game. I get it. I said any creature. I said any creature on my deck was just like, middle fingers to the sky. Here's your creature, Jeff. Here's your side. As you will. Any creature, eh, Hogland? Any creature, you say? Don't kill my Mayhem Devil. Don't kill my Mayhem Devil. Oh, they might get back their other Nick and make me discard this. That would be a tilt. We're gonna draw a Shockland. Yep. Can I just get a castable creature? Just like, give me a Footlight Fiend. All right, so we've got a few live draws here. Chandra's lethal, Heartfire's lethal, Shock is lethal, Fire Diagonal Goblin's lethal. Basic Swamp is not, we don't get a point because the Mayhem Devil's dead. All right. In the words of the greatest poet of our generation, we just gotta shake, shake, shake it off and roll on to the next one here. I like how your deck drags you to the finish line and then kicks you in the face and laughs while you writhe on the ground inches from victory. We were so close. We were very close. We had some live draws there for a couple of turns. The deck mate, I mean, at least that match was good TV, right? I felt invested in that game. That's really all you can ask for, right? Like, I know we lost that game, but I felt like that was a good game of Magic, right? Like, we had some decisions, we had some, like, close turns, we had, like, counting some outs and, like, crossing our fingers. If I feel invested in the game that I played, I feel like it was a successful game. Come on. All of they're playing Grixis Gates here. So I think we just do this. And then we Dreadhorde Butcher. And then by the time they can Cruelty, we'll just be holding up Heartfire. Huh. Do I hold up Heartfire or do I just play Priest? I think I just want to play Priest here. Like if I hit the red source, I get to Chandra and just like draw an extra card every turn. I think the ability to like draw 2 cards a turn starting next turn is too high. I think this was reasonable. Because like this, I'm only really missing 3 points of damage, right? Because like this is still gonna do 4 later, almost certainly. And like we're sad if they like cry us, but like they're at 12 and this is dealing 2 a turn and I've got a 4-ball waiting.
Don't worry, I brought company.
Yeah, I'm missing all sorts of things in there today. It's been a loose day, Burper. There's also been people cutting things in line. Not that I'm complaining about that, but it throws me off. Sweet. Ribbon, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I want to post a picture of the screenshotted of the side. I want to post a screenshot of the sideboarded version in there and just make people really confused. All right, this is where our redemption arc starts, chat. Don't call it a comeback. I think Duress into Butcher is just like our absolute best opener. I'm gonna take Disfigure here, because they're gonna erasure me, and then I'll play Butcher next turn regardless. And then by the time they Ritual Assault, this Butcher will be like a big boy. We'd love to draw a Chandra, so that way we can play another threat out. Actually, we want to draw Chandra next turn, right? Because we don't want them to be able to Thought Erasure it. So the goal, Chandra would be great, or Tibalt, because they're threats that allow us to put more pressure into play without having to commit really into the Ritual Assault. You know, I don't know that I'm impressed with Krasis inside of Temur Elementals. I feel like I want that deck to be more aggressive than Krasis allows it to be. So here's the real question. Do I minus Tibalt here? Do I minus Tibalt? Yeah, there's no guarantee they hit the land. I think I'm supposed to. Well, they have a Ritual Assault. Yep, I think we're dead. Well, I mean, as far as like draws that can drag us kicking and screaming back into the game go. All right, we are going to play some more Magic the Gathering now together. I'm really glad to have all of you here today while we play some Magic. Magic is a game that I enjoy and that I play for fun. It is a pleasurable experience. I'm not salty, you're salty. Yeah, my opponent mulliganed to 5. This is where things really turn around for us, chat. This is where things really turn around. Opponent mulliganed to 5. Silver Star! Thank you for the brand new Prime Support. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I do trigger Risen Reef. Baby. Papi. We got toasted in Underlords this morning too. It's just been a bad day for variance games. It's fine. It's fine, chat. Sometimes you just gotta play through the pain. It's gonna be okay. Ooh. Thought they were just playing boring mono red. Looks like we're playing some Wizards. The Winding Road. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Whoop. Maybe you could dry your salty tears with this $20. I think so. I love watching your streams. Keep up the good time. 10 thanks for the 4 months, Tastic. I appreciate it. Hope this Tuesday is finding you well. The trick isn't to play through the pain, it's to become the pain and learn to love it. I mean, Bontu plus Judy, like, kind of race what they're doing here, right? Ooh, buddy. Well. No fear. The Fire Mind, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Triggers. Ain't nobody got time. If there had been a pause on my opponent's turn when they could have played a one cost thing here, I wouldn't have gone all in there, but there wasn't a pause, so YOLO. It's been a while since we've gotten to Bontu mow the board down. The Fire Mind, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping in today. Love to see it, you really do. And they're dead next turn, right? Chandra attacks for 4 with Mayhem Devil out. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13. A new Cassiver. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Oh no. Basic land, basic land, basic land. That's gonna get a yikes for me, dog. That's gonna get a yikes for me. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. We're one. This is 2 right now. We're 1 point of damage off. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Hoo-hoo! This is it, chat. This is the upswing. We haven't faded one draw at all today, but we just did. We just did. A 50%er broke our way. Woohoo! We're doing it. We've not played the rock deck again yet today. We're going to at some point, though, I promise. This might be a little slow, actually. Don't call it a comeback. You know, Judy is highly likely to die in this matchup. What? All right. It's a good thing I like to live dangerously, eh? It's a good thing. It's a good thing I like to live dangerously. Because living dangerously is the only option. There's ley lines at M20, Bob. This is a new ley line. God, it triggers when we priest them, too. That's so brutal. Oh, God, it triggers on every Judith trigger. All right, we're cutting Judith for game 3. Judy, time for Judy to GTFO. We're going to be like, Judithing our own stuff? Oh, no. Oh, no. Who's got 2 thumbs is never activating Priest of the Forgotten Gods this game? This guy right here. I thought we were on the upswing, chat. I thought we were on the upswing. Little did I know they had our kryptonite. I think they want it more than us too. Hey, Ransack. Thanks for the 4 months. After a long day's work, nothing unwinds me like watching full-time me and Jeff proving I know nothing about magic. Well, thanks for the 3rd of a year. Hope your evening is finding you swell wherever you are. Bleed for your removal. I will bleed for it. Bleed for my removal. Blood. All right, maybe we'll kill this and they'll never draw another threat and we'll attack them for 4 slowly again and again and again. You think Elemental tastes like chicken, chat? Nom 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 nom. Oh no. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Oh no! Oh no! Yay! Flood! 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 This is currently the world's worst Rift Bolt. Come on, I need, chat's right, I need this win way more than you do, opponent. Have a little bit of mercy. Oh, I have lethal next turn, right? I have lethal next turn. I can play Judy, attack for 2, and then shock them. And we go to 1. And 1 and 0 are different numbers. I think we have lethal. I think we have lethal. Oh, we did it! We did it! Oh, we did it! Oh, that needs a celebration meme.
Don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoagland Dia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Alright. Everything is on the up and up. We're doing it. Let the slow climb back into a reasonable win rate begin. Seems like not great, but I think it's in the range of keepable at 6. Alright, I mean, like, I didn't really want to draw another land, but, like, at least a red source on 1 lets us curve out here, which is nice. So, we're basically never gonna have another emote slot on this channel. But maybe we could replace one of the lesser used emotes with a Veggie Dab emote. I have to look at the data on what gets used how. Would really like to draw a way to kill this here. So like any of our pingers. You know, just like a spell would have been nice. A spell would have been nice. Like a Mayhem Devil or a Judith would be great. Footlight Fiend would be an okay backup. We did win an entire match, Troll. I don't think this deck's that bad against decks like what my opponent's playing. Like, obviously you can have good runs and bad, but I think a lot of the time we have a leg up here. Why do you say you'll never have another emote slot? So, the way emote slots on Twitch are allotted, you earn new ones when you hit new peak concurrent subscriber thresholds. And during the pink hair drive, we peaked at like an absurd amount because people had gifted a ton of subs. And like my normal average concurrents are like much lower than like what that peak was. Which is to be expected. And by much lower, I mean like by a factor of like 2,000 or 2,500. So like, for example, to hit a new subscriber threshold, right now we would need an increase in like 1,800 sub points. That's true. That's true. Maybe I figure out some other embarrassing thing to do. I actually just got back in the queue to be on the front page again. So that'll probably happen at some point. Sell Gamer Boy bathwater. God, the internet is so strange. The internet is so strange. Oh, magic. So, I don't actually really have cards supported in this matchup because, like I said, I think if we draw anywhere near average, it's pretty okay for us. So I'm just bringing in an extra shock and I'm trimming this third Bontu at the top end. McLam, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Rage Cut lands, yep. Hey, DF Kern, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. That's funny. I think it was Nox the other day had tweeted asking if people think you should like post YouTube videos where you just like flood and die. And I was like, well, that's most of Twitch, right? Like half of Magic on Twitch is people flooding and dying. This curve is great. Good to go. 1, 2, 3. It's just elementary. What could it be? I don't think Fry's very good. We've got plenty of other tools, and like they don't have a lot of ways to interact with Priest, so Priest frequently just runs away with the game. Diagonal Monkey, yep, never not killing the Land War Elf. Never not killing the Land War Elf. Having a lot of ways to kill elves for 1 mana is one of the appealing things about this deck for sure. Rename my kids. No, that seems super wrong. Well, that's actually funny. Speaking of my kids' names and this card, I woke up this morning and like Declan likes to creep into my bed on some nights because it's hotter in his room than it is in our room. And like when this child sleeps, he like sleeps diagonally. I feel like I should call him the Diagonal Monkey. He like pushes me off of the king size bed. I forgot to play Chandra because I was talking about my Diagonal Monkey. Alright, if we lose by 2 points, it's my fault. I guess I get to plus her now.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? Study? Focus? I just want to burn stuff already.
I just want to burn stuff already. Alright, so they're going to cast Nissa. We'll shock the Paradise Druid.
I protect that which cannot protect itself. Harness the elements.
So I talked about Heartfire at the beginning of the session, Drakenstern. Part of the reason I moved Heartfire back into the deck is because of 3-mana Chandra, because I wanted Chandra to have things to flash back.
Hey, go easy. I'm training here.
Yeah, the problem with Shock, Flashback Shock the Forest is that kills my Chandra, which seems not ideal. If I would have held the Shock, I could have killed the Forest and then held this. What if I do this?
Don't worry.
And then do this and then swing into Chandra? She dies guaranteed. Or swing into Nissa? She dies guaranteed? Hey, Wraithmorn, thanks for the 23 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And if they don't trade with my Dreadhorde Butcher here, they, the Dreadhorde Butcher gets up to a 4-4 because this grows when it hits Planeswalkers too. No, I don't think my opponent's low enough to go face. That does nothing, because I didn't cast a black or blue spell this turn. Oh, no! It protects Chandra. Wow. Wow, that's rude. I'm wrong. You are a very smart opponent. Yikes. Hey, Tempest, thanks for staying on. I appreciate it. I mean, like, that seems like just such a silly question to me, Mark. Like, why are you only allowed to play one 1-drop? Like, why can't you play 2 1-drops? Like, what's your reasoning?
Rise, my elemental friend.
Mass Manip has a converted mana cost of 4 in the graveyard, so she can't flash that back. I mean, well...
Hey, I'm meditating here. I must seek comfort in the land.
Well, I mean, if I, like, draw a Bontu, we can maybe claw our way back in. Or, like, if they just draw air. They're a ramp deck. Sometimes they just draw a bunch of air. Last Drummer, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Definitely behind here, but not game over by any means. The fact that they're not playing a land here is scary. Yeah, I mean, Mask is a low power synergy card, right? Like, we're playing it because it's good with our other cards, not because it's individually powerful. Have a good one, Bear. Hey, Silence, thanks for the Prime support. Who's got 2 thumbs and excited to get Mass Manipulation or Entrancing Melody next turn? This guy right here. Holy crap, they don't have it. I think the two masks are fine. Bontu also gives Mask a fairly high floor, which is nice. They're just waiting to take the Judith for lethal, right? Maybe the problem with playing Grim Innate or playing the Vampire is that it's hard to cast that card on one. But maybe if I'm just playing two of them, that's fine. Yep. I actually think that's a really good question for them to be asking, Soldier. Like figuring out how much of their marketing is worth it seems like really valuable.
Together, we will prevail.
They're spending, do you know how much money they're spending on the MPL? They've spent like $4 or $5 million on the MPL. Like learning if they're like, is money well spent? Seems like it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I should have traded with the breeding pool. So, need a live draw here, otherwise we're dead next turn. I just need a blocker for this. If we hit a blocker for this or a way to kill it, we'll be in a pretty good spot.
I will endure. Fight on without.
This is a double blocker, which is nice. These are not trample. We want to play all of our lands out here. Because if we draw another Bontu, I want to be able to just sacrifice a bunch to draw cards. Brick. Oh no. Whew. They moused over my Trader Gator and I was like, oh no. They might want to serve here to like put me off of having two creatures. If they attack with both of these, I'm forced to chump. They're like trading a 3/5 for my 1/1. All right, now I'm just passing because holding up a priest activation means I don't die to mass manipulation anymore. No, that's not true because they still just like attack for lethal. Is that lethal? I feel like that's gotta be lethal. Yeah, that's lethal, right? Because I sack Gator and the token, and the Gator does 1, and then I sack Judith and the other priest, so that does 4 total. Yeah. I told you, chat, that last match, we're currently on a 1-match win streak. We're turning things around here, okay? This is the upswing. Game 3 here coming up. We're gonna do it. clawing our way back to the top. I'm glad that was exactly lethal, because there was not help coming off the top of our deck anytime soon. Yikes. Alright, shoot. Mask of Immolation is really not very good. Let's put this Bontu back in. Do I want Duresses in this matchup? I feel like I probably want Duress on the draw, huh? Try and not get Chandra. They have Veil of Summer too, which I guess counters this. Does Veil of Summer make me want this more or less? I can't actually decide. They had a lot of Veil of Summers. They played like 3 of them at one point. I'm gonna cut these. I put these Lava Coils in and put the third one back in. Hey, Mark Macro. Hey, Sir Phil. Thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan here. Sand just doesn't do a whole lot. These are cards I want off the top in the mid to late game, not my opener. Yeah, this hand's great. Getting to take Bontu and slide him to the bottom sounds wonderful. Put an also into 6. Got the... Speaking honestly, it's been a little bit of a rough day overall, but we're turning it around. Things are looking up. They mulliganed, and this is technically card disadvantage. This seems like a good start for us. All right. Yep. Are y'all ready for the turn 3 Nissa? This is it, chat. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't start any fires without me.
Mmm.
Don't worry, I brought company.
Yeah, Knight's a great card in general, and maybe I should just be playing some higher quality cards in my deck. I think we're gonna go ahead and shoot Land War Elves here. Just like put them off their 5th mana. Okay. Veil of Summer didn't draw them a card there, but it saved the elf and it
Keep it up and you'll pay. Go get him, buddies.
feels like they have another Veil here. Yeah, priest got countered because they were priest only target. Yep.
The land shall conquer you.
So it's like 1,000% have another Veil of Summer. Now I'm pretty sure they have a Veil, but maybe I should have just pulled the trigger on it.
Fiends walk it off, Chandra.
Yeah, I think I should have. I think I should have just used this last turn to make them use the Veil, and then I could have set this up for this turn. Nissa being their last card was kind of like a worst possible case scenario. But I think I could have played, like, if I would have gone like kill this, draw card this turn, I might have been fine. If I had like a Mayhem Devil still, we might be okay, but we're definitely not in a great spot. This has been good, though. This has definitely reminded me that this has confirmed that I don't want to play this deck on Thursday. This has been a brutal set today. Just another land, yep. I don't know. We ran pretty bad there, but felt real shitty overall. I don't think that's true. I mean, like, if you look back at that game and you conclude that Nissa was the insurmountable object, like, if we'd have gotten to activate our priest the 2 times that we got denied, like, we'd have been ahead in a not close manner. Yeah, I mean, the opponent's deck, all these nonsense decks leave. The deck my opponent's playing is likely a tier 1 deck that's gonna continue to be around. It's very, very strong. All right, I don't think I'm gonna do 3 more decks today, so I'm gonna play Blue-Red Fens and then wrap up the day with Green-Black Rock. So let's, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick before I do that, but we're gonna give this a try.